Got an interesting one. I think it's interesting. So here's the deal. You know, we always have our grind size and all that good stuff when we're making our coffee. Sometimes we put a little bit more coffee into the bed, right? So let's see if we can do an experiment to see if we actually have to change the grind size, or does it really matter? Meaning that if we stay with the exact same ratio, temperature, and all that good stuff, but we're just increasing the dosage, does that mean that we are staying at the right grind size? Does that make any sense? I don't know if that makes any sense. I guess really what I'm saying here is that, does grind size matter when you're up dosing your coffee? That's more so the situation that we're in right now. Because a lot of times, me personally, I do 10 to 15 grams of coffee. But sometimes when I'm making coffee with friends, family, my wife, I go up to 30, and I don't really play around with the grind size too much. So does it matter? Is it going to be the exact same flavor, the exact same extraction? That's what we're trying to get at. So we're going to try to control everything. 10 grams of actual coffee in the first time. And then it's going to be a 1 to 15 for all of these coffees that we do. The first one, we're only going to fill it up to the amount of water that we need. And then we're going to do a TDS of all that stuff. So we're going to see if the extraction flavor stays the same with the exact same grind size. Or theoretically, do we actually have to go a little bit coarser? And it's easy to find that out, right? The way we're going to find that out is that if our extraction goes up as we dose up, then we already know that we can play around with the grind settings. Right now, the grind setting is the same for all of them, thinking that we just do the exact same thing for all of them normally, right? It's kind of weird to say that, if that makes any sense. But we're going to try our first experiment. We're not going to wet the paper filter, okay? So this first one, we're going to be doing 10 grams of coffee. We're going to do double this weight, wait 30 seconds. And then after 30 seconds, we're going to do 65 grams, or almost half of it, in the first pulse. And then we're going to let it drain all the way down. And then we're going to do it again for another 65 grams. And that's it. You can kind of get a little wishy-washy with the whole, like, should I wait till the water goes all the way down? So we're going to eliminate that whole thing when we're actually brewing our cup of coffee. And what we're going to do too is I'm going to take this off the kettle and just hold it here the whole time for all 3 brews. So 20 grams center pour. I'm going to wait out 30 seconds. And then once I do this one, I'm going to do 65 grams outer pour and then 65 grams center pour. And this exact same coffee, Nicaraguan, European grade, all that good stuff. And I'll know when I stop hearing the water go into the vessel. Last one. We're going to take this all the way up to 150. So the first one is relatively light for my standards. All right, so this one's going to be 20 grams. Just realized I don't have enough coffee. Even out the bad, got 20 grams. So this dose, the first dose is going to be 40 grams. All center pour. Wait out 30 seconds. And once we're done with that, we're going to do 130 grams of water. So that's roughly total weight. It's going to be up to 170. Outer pour. Let it draw down completely. And then once that is done, we're going to do 130 for the center pour. Exact same thing. You're not worried about time. I know everybody loves time. I love time, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Center pour. Take us all the way up to 300. There we go. 300. So this one, you can do 60 grams, okay? Center pour first. Then the second pour is going to be 195 grams of water. So that should take us up to 255. Okay, we're roughly around that mark. We're going to let it all the way dissipate. And then the last one is going to be a center pour, all the rest of the water to get us to 450 grams of water total. Center pour. This off, put this to the side, and we're good to go. So we got our 3 experiments. I'm going to try the first one. 150, 300, 450. So we're going to let that sit, but in the meantime, we can taste. Cheers. Tastes fine. Seems slightly under-extracted, but it seems fine. This coffee actually shines, believe it or not, at a stronger dosage. Doesn't mean that's going to be actually stronger. The flavors just come up a lot more compared to what it is at 115. It's very unusual. I found that out on accident. Story for another day, right? 1.36. We'll get the extraction later. But right now we know it's 1.36. So theoretically, all of them should be 1.36, right? So we're going to taste the 20 gram dose. More so the same. It's a little punchy, but this is not my second cup of coffee today. I just had the first cup. And when your mouth gets coated, you can't really say all the things that you want to say unless you rinse out your mouth because you already have dilution. But it tastes more so the same. 1.45. Okay. Just getting interesting. You're onto something. I'm not onto something. You've thought about it. You always wondered this. You've always wondered if it really matters. And then the last one, 450, same grind size. Let's taste. To me, they taste more so the same. Probably a little deeper in that middle part of the coffee when you're actually tasting it. But other than that, more so the same. So we'll wait just a little bit longer. Give it another minute because this one's a lot warmer. Let it materialize. Wait another minute or two. Oh wow, 1.45. So the first one we were able to extract roughly 18.7%. 20, but it's the same. 2,300. And then we're gonna go to 145, 19.95 for the other one. So we're able to extract a little bit more coffee in the second one with the exact same grind size and all that. Okay, last one, 34.50. And we're gonna check it one more time. 1.46, so 1.45, same thing. Very close to each other, exact same extraction. So what does that tell us? It tells us that we can stay with more so the exact same grind size. Do realize that there is gonna be a law of diminishing return when you do this, meaning that it is going to actually get stronger or extract more because there's more coffee in the actual bed. If I wanted to go a little bit more extreme, I'll try 40, 50, whatever. But 3 tests, that's good enough for majority of people. I know I have a friend, he does like 60 grams of coffee, and I think I grinded for him in a reasonable rate, so he's able to extract out of his Mocha Master. But in this case, peaks and then it peaks and then it just stays flat. So it does matter, but not as much as I would have thought that it would. So theoretically, you can stay with the exact same grind size. And when you do that, just know that for the most part, you're probably gonna get a little bit more extraction. If you wanna play around with that, go a little bit coarser, but it doesn't really matter as much as you think it does. Well, I tried it on one particular coffee, but for the most part, I would think that this is more so the same for other different types of coffees. So let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Bye.